2024 Aston Martin DBX. For those who want an Aston Martin and can bear a six-figure SUV, the 2024 DBX checks both boxes. Whereas its bigger impression and additional mass cruel, it's not about as fulfilling to drive as the British brand sports cars. The DBX offers things none of them do, such as an inhabitable back situate and towing capacity. It has impressively more cargo space than the DBS or Vantage as well. Of course, the high-riding Aston still conveys tall execution, much obliged to its boisterous twin-turbo V-8, which makes either 542 or 697 drive. The higher figure applies to the sport-tuned DBX 707, which races to 60 miles per hour in an amazing 3.1 seconds. Still, there are speedier options that fetched less, and the ultra-luxe SUV ought to have more present-day security tech than it does. At slightest, its luxuriously designated cabin and endless customizable alternatives offer assistance its allure, and there aren't numerous other SUVs that are as good-looking as the 2024 Aston Martin DBX. The DBX lineup carries over unaltered for the 2024 show year. The cost of the 2024 Aston Martin DBX begins at $203,172 and goes up to $248,172 depending on the trim and alternatives. Aston Martin gives a noteworthy number of personalization alternatives for the DBX, particularly through its Q customization benefit. The company's online configurator appears a few diverse appearance bundles. We're halfway to the standard DBX with the Quicken Insides topic, with its blend of calfskin and faux softened cowhide, and the sport's additionally seats. On the exterior, we'd select the beautiful Minotaur green paint as well as the 22-inch black and bronze lace wheels. We'd moreover select the tow bundle, the control tailgate, and the Sport Stabilitate framework that lets us way better appreciate the engine's music. The standard DBX is fueled by a twin-turbo 4.0-liter V8 motor provided by Mercedes-AMG. The motor makes 542 drive and 516 pound-feet of torque and sets with a 9-speed programmed transmission, moreover provided by Mercedes. The DBX 707 highlights a changed form of the AMG powertrain that creates 697 drive and 663 pound-feet of torque. Its 9-speed programmed uses a wet clutch pack rather than the torque converter utilized by the standard transmission. Whereas the DBX is on a very basic level rear-wheel drive, a center exchange case sends torque to the front pivot when slippage is recognized at the raise. It moreover includes a limited slip raise differential and can tow up to 5,940 pounds. Versatile dampers and height-adjustable disc springs come standard on the Aston, a boon for off-road adventuring. The DBX we tried surged to 60 miles per hour in 3.9 seconds, which is respectable for a hot SUV, but the Lamborghini Urus and other rivals are eminently speedier. The DBX 707 was much faster and hit 60 miles per hour in 3.1 seconds. The adaptation we drove on England's best streets showcased the engine's vigorous soundtrack and the transmission's inconspicuous operation. Much appreciated to a differing set of drive modes, its chassis illustrated a wide run of demeanors, from refined and loose to responsive and perky. In spite of its brief 157-foot halt from 70 miles per hour, the Ute endured from an inert brake pedal. The DBX offers a parcel of its switchgear with the rest of the Aston Martin family. The cabin is secured in appealingly sewed calfskin, soft touch surfaces, and a microsuede headliner. The Ute comes standard with a 12.3-inch advanced gauge cluster, customizable encompassing lighting, 3-zone climate control, and warmed front and raised seats. Alluring choices incorporate ventilated front seats, a warm directing wheel, and an assortment of indeed fancier cabin materials. Rear seat space is plentiful, with bounty of knee and headroom for grown-ups. There's a great sum of cargo volume, as well, with 22 cubic feet of space behind the raised situate and 54 cubic feet with the raised seats collapsed. The expansive 10.2-inch infotainment screen, based on a maturing Mercedes interface, doesn't react to touch inputs. Instead, you control the unit through the steering wheel buttons as well as a rotational handle on the center support, and coordinates touchpad is discretionary. The framework incorporates well-known highlights, such as Apple CarPlay integration, built-in route, a 14-speaker stereo, and a few USB and 12-volt charging outlets.